Hey guys! It's Fusha and Nakthir. Let's try this again. We thought we were recording earlier, but we wasn't. Today's topic is can a married couple have friends of the opposite sex? Why or why not? Do you think that any line should be drawn? How do you feel? I'll start off. I feel like my husband can have friends of the opposite sex. Only because in Islam I'm supposed to want for my sister what I want for myself, and I trust my husband. With all of that being said, I trust my husband, but I don't really trust a lot of females out here because I feel like some of them are slick. I feel like some of them try to slither their way in to your relationship. But ultimately, it's up to your spouse what they want to do at the end of the day. So you just have to be secure in knowing. Well, I don't know. Can't never know. Only Allah knows. But I trust him, and he can have other female friends. I just don't like, any slick female friends. I think that's the difference. Friends and slick female friends. So, what do you have to say about that?
Well, I have to say, like I said, the fact that I don't want it to be misconstrued as far as that people would think that, as far as you, babe, that you just allow me to have female friends. That's not really what this is about as far as on that part, because on the simple fact that I had grew up with a lot of females and went to school with a lot of females, so we had that type of bond for years. We talking about 80s and 90s. Mind you, this is about to be 2020. So, and for the most part, we don't really, converse or interact unless we on social media anyway. It's very about maybe a handful of that we actually see each other in person, but that's really the thing is like that, because I look at it like on the opposite end. If my wife had male friends before I even came in the picture, who am I to say, oh, you can't have those friends anymore? You know what I'm saying?
My husband.
Yes.
And he has that right.
Yeah, but on that note, like, they was there before. So, I look at it like, me personally, I can't speak on everybody on that aspect. Me personally, I feel that it's selfish and almost insecure to feel some type of way to say, okay, I don't want you to have no male friends or whatever like that. As far as Islamic, Islamic goes, it say far as the woman shouldn't be with no opposite sex unless it's which is called muharram, right? Which is a male and or a wali, that someone that is not even the interest of to marry her. You know what I'm saying? Or marry the woman, whatever like that. Because other than that, she'd be, be in the company of her sisters, mashallah. But, realistically, if you take the Islam out of the equation, like I said, I'm not the type of person to be so stern and strict in that matter to say, okay, I don't care your friends was your friends, as far as male friends, and what we talk about, you've been friends with this guy 10, 15, 20 years. I'm like, okay, that just stopped. But on that note, I actually told one of my male friends like this, when we had this conversation about this topic, we touched the surface. I said, well, at the end of the day, my wife is my best friend. My wife is my homie. You know what I'm saying? So I have, besides my male companions or whatever like that, and my brothers in Islam, or, brothers that's just, I consider my brothers that's not Muslim, we had that bond, but, at the end of the day, my bond's supposed to be more tighter with my wife, even with the female friends that I have. It's supposed to be more bond with my wife. And I told her to go with the individual, because the individuals had to have that self-control if he's married, just as well as the women. And I told my wife when we was talking about this, I should be able to, if it comes to that, and be in a room for the women and be able to control myself. You know
Yeah, because I think we came up on the topic. It started off, well, it had something to do with
the stigma about
at some point are you going to cheat, or you know, can you avoid cheating after you've been with somebody for a long time? Like we're fresh and brand new, so of course we say, you know, we not doing none of that right now. But who's to say in 15 years, 20 years, inshallah, how we're gonna feel? We don't know. Only Allah knows. But that is how we came about it. Like, you know, they couldn't understand how he has no thoughts of cheating in his mind, or no future thoughts, you know, being as though he just got home a little while ago. A lot of people feel like, you know, he should have explored a little bit before getting married. We just got married in June of this year.
Alhamdulillah.
Yes, alhamdulillah. So, like I said again, we're fresh, and you know, we just be having little dialogues.
Also, the stigma with, you know, I mentioned my wife, is the stigma about, you know, I seen, you know, during the years and TV shows and just in lounges when I was out, and it was like the conversation, it was like, you know, with your significant other having friends of the opposite sex. And it's just like a lot of it, the masses of it, saying like you really can't have no friends on the opposite sex. I'm like, that just cut off. We are, man, I'm just put it like this. Human beings are social beings, you know what I'm saying? We are social. So how would let's go back to the point, like, who am I to tell my wife not to be social? You know what I'm saying? And just be like, okay, just be social with the same sex.
Because there's a lot of ill will people out here. So that's why you always
I'm not worried about you.
Yeah, right.
And if
I can be social, but what if I'm being social and there's a guy out here who take that as an opportunity to bam?
Right.
And then I'm presented with something that I gotta deal with.
Right. I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna keep it on the one, right? Me and you could be at the mall, right? And this is the thing that used to trip me out with guys and females when they with their significant other, you know, their boyfriend or girlfriend, their husband or whatever, like their wife and stuff. The person, if a dude approach my wife, if I'm around or not around, I should have the confidence and security that my wife would check that dude. I shouldn't have to check that dude. Just like vice versa. My wife shouldn't have to check this female approaching me, because I'm gonna check her, say, excuse me, you cool and all, but I'm married. And I would expect the same thing from my wife. If y'all not married and y'all just in a relationship, it should be like, yeah, I'm in a relationship. Not, oh, can you have friends, this and that. You know what I'm saying? When you're in a relationship or you married, I'm not saying there's no room for new associates, but you gotta be mindful of the people's intentions. If it's like you tell them I'm in a relationship or I'm married, and they just say something slick like, you know, we heard this before, like, oh, you can't have friends. Like, nah, I can't have friends, because where's your attention lies in that? Because for real, a true friend gonna be more mindful of your well-being, not gonna put you in harm's way. So if your intentions is to get with me on some other agenda besides to be like, okay, I think you're a cool dude, or then you're a cool woman or whatever like that, just trying to be a friend, you know what I'm saying? Then that, you know, that's when it lies in. But like I said, in a nutshell, like I said, I shouldn't have to check a dude when he approaching my wife. My wife's supposed to be staying firm on what she is, a married woman, just like I'm a married man. I'm not gonna, you know, like my female friends know my wife. No, not know personally. A couple of them know personally, but like they know I'm married. They know my wife. And when I'm around them or I talk to them on social media, they mention her at times. You know what I'm saying? It's not as if they just saying, oh, what's up with you? And we need to hang out and this and that when we want. Even if I approach the subject, they always say, okay, is your wife coming? Or, you know, bring your wife along, whatever like that. They consider me as family. They consider her as family. And that's how it's supposed to be. Not to be like, on this topic, be saying, okay, I think my wife could have friends, or I think my husband could have friends. It's the whole point I'm looking at. Like, if you already have friends, I'm not going to say cut them back. You know what I'm saying? Even though we are Muslims and we have to be mindful of them things because it's a touchy subject, but I'm not going to tell my wife because I'm confident with myself. I'm secure with myself. I look at my wife, she could go out and I know she's coming back home. Now, if she don't come back home, then that's explanation to kick off. It's the same with me. If she didn't hear from me all day and I don't come home, it's the explanation supposed to be displayed right then and there as soon as I come in the threshold. You know what I'm saying? That's how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be that communication, have that security, that trust and all that stuff within your relationship, your marriage, and so forth. You know what I'm saying? Because we gotta wipe out the stereotype and the stigma about you cannot have friends. Mind you, we are social beings. That's why social media is as widespread as it is right now. Everybody rapping to everybody, whatever agenda it may be or your intentions may be. So
yeah, I think it's a fine line.
Yeah, it's a fine line. You just gotta know who you dealing with in your relationship and in your circle, and know the people and deal with the people and have the understanding of the people. For Islamically though, Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, when you go to towns and this and that, and you give the dawah, which means in Arabic, according to the deen, Islam. So you got to know the people. You just can't approach certain people the same way. You know what I'm saying? Because you'll get a different reaction. Everybody is not the same, but we are social beings, so we can relate in some type of relation. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about it, man.
Well, there you have it. That sounds about right. I can take it, but they're like, from a female's point of view, like for me, my husband can have 4 other wives if he chooses to. I can't have 4 other husbands, so he's good there. No, but from a my perspective, he is allowed that. So I'm always like, okay. You know, that's why I said it's a fine line, and everything has to be done in decency and order. But I feel like, you know, some females is just sneaky, and
that's sneaky too.
That's just not to be their friend. So that goes back to what he was saying about intentions, what a person's intentions are. Other than that, I guess I really don't have any problem. I feel like your friends should be my friends. Everybody gonna be friends. If they your friend and I don't know them, it's a female, I don't know her, or she never asks about me, yeah, that's a problem. Or if it's little slick comments being made, that's a problem. But for the most part, I just be chilling because I'm secure and confident in myself. I'm secure and confident in our relationship, and it's all about communication and having these discussions. That's it. Just communicate, talk about life. Yeah, he got a crazy wife anyway, so he ain't doing all that. He chilling. But that was our topic that we chose to discuss. Any male friends that I have, I put them right in check. They know not even to do that dumb stuff with me. But yeah, I put him right in check. Like my husband said, it's no need for me to go anywhere. I'm good, well taken care of, all of the above. So, you know, just keep it G.
Right.
That's what I do. And yeah.
You know, everybody out there, just tap into it, you know, and just see what y'all know going, you know what I'm saying, about the whole situation. Because like I said, it's a stereotype on that, and it's a, you know, some type of stigma on that about, you know, you cannot have friends of the opposite sex. You know, people be saying it's like open the door for temptation and all that stuff. And true, you know, like I'd be lying to my wife and to y'all and say if I don't think no woman is attractive, I don't have them thoughts. Yeah. But we not held accountable what we say or think within ourselves. We held accountable on our actions about our tongue and our limbs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, that's when we be at fault. When our tongue swerve the wrong way and our limbs, especially our limbs, you know, swerve the wrong way. That's when we held accountable. You know. So I can think what I want to think. I can look at 100 women and say they look good, they bad, and all that good stuff or whatever it may be. But no, I don't, you know, engage in it. You know what I'm saying?
Right, and then know what type of man you have too. Like I said before, my man, I don't think he really about that life. He about only a couple things, and that's his money and his family. And if that ain't it, you can keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? He got other things on the brain. So know what type of spouse you have. Keep them happy. Keep them satisfied. Y'all need to pray together. Keep everything on that up and up. You have anything to say lastly?
No. Like I said, you know, hope people tap into it so we can, you know, go back and forth and see everybody's views and input and output of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and if you have any questions that you want us to talk about, you can email them at greatyatesbuilding@gmail.com. That's greatyatesbuilding, GREATYATES building@gmail.com. Don't forget to like our page and subscribe, guys. We want to keep on bringing you videos and talk about life. Yeah, like and subscribe. Until next time, this is Athir and Fasha.
Yeah.
Assalamu alaikum.